Hi, I'm Mark Amarola, and this week joining me is Dr. Sakena Yacoobi, the CEO and founder of the Afghan Institute of Learning. Dr. Yacoobi, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you very much, Mark. I really appreciate that very, very much.
Of course.
And I am so excited to be in here.
Well, we're excited to have you.
Thank you.
So at the beginning of your school, how did you manage to keep kids coming back?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. First of all, you know that in a country that it has been in war for so long, the students are all traumatized, and the students really, they do not want to be in the classroom because first of all, they don't have the interest because they really are depressed, they are traumatized, and second, they are afraid. They're afraid that any minute maybe the classroom fall over their head, or maybe the teacher will be disappear, or something like that. So to keep those students, it's really require a technique. And that technique, as an entrepreneur, you really constantly absorb how you can attract the students to keep them in the classroom. And that attraction is by being excited, being funny, being good, being friendly, laughing, making sure that they feel secure, making sure that they really have something in their stomach to already eat, make sure that you ask about their mommy and daddy, make sure that they are okay with their brother or sister. So all those issues that is really surrounding the students, a teacher or somebody in the classroom must absorb those things. If you are a good teacher, then you absorb those things and you watch those things very carefully, and then the students feel comfortable and stay in the classroom with you. Yeah.
You talked about that fear of the classroom falling down or someone coming into the school. How did that fear change your curriculum or your methods?
Well, I think that one of the reasons that really our curriculum is different from other, first of all, because we work around the students. We don't work like as a teacher to say, okay, do this or do that. We listen to the students and we work with the students. Second things, the environment. We really make sure that this school is secured by people protecting us. We go community after community. We talk to the parents. We talk to the elder of the community. We talk to them that they also watch with us, that the students will not be in trouble and the school will not be in trouble. So we working together, it makes the environment safe.
Recently, there's been a lot more technology in Afghanistan. How does that influx of technology? How has it revolutionized the educational the educational system in Afghanistan?
Well, Mark, I think that is a very good question, and I really would like to discuss this a little in detail. First of all, I want the young men and young women to really, as much as they could, use technology, because technology is somehow, it makes our life easier, because first of all, in Afghanistan, we don't have that much school available, that much resource available, that much library available, that much book available. So all these are the things that is really stop education, stop learning. But all of a sudden, technology come, you go to the internet and you search, you Google something, you find the information, you learn from it. So our students are learning how to Google for information. And when they do that, they gain knowledge. And that knowledge is something that very easy come to them, because if they want to go buy the book is not there, or the book is cost them, things like that. But just being having access to technology, it makes their life very easy. And I hope that everybody is using, and we do our best to really provide technology for them, that they will be able to use it. The technology today is not only media is in Afghanistan, it's become something very popular, because media also, for example, the news is just all over. Everybody hear about it. Everybody is using Twitter. Everybody is using Facebook. Everyone is using Facebook. So I am very happy with it. Yes, thank you.
How big of a role does faith have in your work and the things you do every day?
A lot. And I want to share this with you. I really strongly believe that being a spiritual person, believing in goodness, believing in ethics, believing in justice, believing in equality, is really create humanity. Humanity is something that in every nation, in every religion is required. And when you study religion, all religion, it says that humanity is good. Humanity should be good. And when you want goodness in people, then you do good things. You do good deed. You be wise. You have wisdom. And if you have wisdom, if you do good deed, then you don't go wrong. So that is, I think, that we must teach our children to be good, to be honest, to be sincere, to not lie, to not cheat. And that is religion. That is spirituality. And that is, I believe in it. Yeah.
You talked in your TED Talk about a group of men who stopped your car, and you were really afraid for your life, and then they made you get out. They kept calling your name. They made you get out, and then they said that all they wanted was the help that you were giving to the girls or the women in Afghanistan. What was going through your mind when they said that?
Well, you know, Mark, when I got out of that car, first of all, I mean, I'm a human being like anybody else. I was very scared. I really was shaking. I was scared. I didn't know what's going through their mind. I know that much, that they wanted me. But for me to get out of the car wasn't easy things to do. But then at the same time, I didn't know what they are going to do with me. You know, I was sort of desperate to know what they want to do with me. But at the same time, I didn't have a moment to really think what they are going to do with me. I have to protect my stuff, you know. Excuse me. My stuff was in the car with me. And when I got out, I was shaking. To tell you the truth, I was holding by the side of the car because I didn't know if I can hold or not, if I can stand it or not. But once I got out, and I said, what can I do? And they told me, you tell us what you can do for us. And they told me, they don't know anything except how to kill. You know, that word by itself is like shocking word. It's really shocked me that they are really know what they are saying. They are threatening me. And then they told me, we know exactly where you go every day. And we know what you do. And we know how much women you train. And you go and teach them. How about us? And when they said that to me, I was hopeless. I didn't know what to do. The only thing that kept me at that moment alive, it was my faith. I just keep praying inside and just said, God, help me, please, help me. And so I got out, and then when I find out the solution, and those men are no longer those kind of men. They are beautiful men now. They are very intelligent. They are smart. They learn. And when you think about it, really you could not believe them. They were ignorant. They were ignorant and they didn't know better what they are doing. So now they are educated and they are different life. They have different life. Yes.
Could you see your organization branching out to any other countries?
You know, as I said before, a lot of people are asking me to come to different country, and they want to replicate this work. Everybody wants. I do as much as I could, but the problem is right now in Afghanistan, I would love to really carry this work to other parts of the world, like especially like Syria, Iraq, Sudan. These are the areas in Nigeria. These are the areas that they have the same conflict that we have. I want to go. But the point is that we say in Afghanistan, in our language, in our poetry, that the light that is needed in the house, before you go light somewhere else. First you light the house, then you go. That you see in front of you. Means that you have to first light your front of your foot, then you go outside. And so I believe that once we get to the situation that we are okay, then definitely, of course, it would be wonderful to go to other country. Because my dream is to reach as many countries, as many people as we could, to really replicate our program, because our program is a successful program. It's changing life, it's transforming life. As an entrepreneur, thousands and thousands of people has learned from my methodology. So what would be better than other countries to learn? Yes.
Dr. Yacoobi, I cannot thank you. I cannot thank you enough for coming. It was an absolute honor to talk to you and to have you here at Stanford. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for inviting me, and I pray for all of you. You are all young men, young women, and with lots of good potential, and I believe in you, and I think that you are the future of every nation. And please help us also too.
Of course, thank you.
Thank you very much.